Hey everyone, time for another toy review. It's about that time of the year for some repaints, so why not look at the spirit of Obi-Wan and also the Inferno squad member, which we will start with. This is a figure that should be showing up at your GameStops if it hasn't already. It's from the new Battlefront 2 video game that I personally think looks absolutely incredible. I'm looking forward to the arcade version so I can play with my friends. This is, of course, one of the special characters that you can play within the game, and what it really is just a repaint of our classic TIE fighter pilot with just one little adjustment on it. You can see we have that red kind of going all over, including this nice red stripe down the side of the character. Here's a nice close-up of the Inferno Squad symbol, and you can also see the red that they've applied to the side of the helmet. Another thing you'll notice is that the goggles, the inner goggle webbing is actually red on the TIE Fighter pilot, the Inferno Squad. Here's the other symbols, and you can see they did a nice red Imperial symbol on the other side. Here's a look at the back, and there's just this tiny little red dot on the very top of the backpack, and you can also see one of the changes that they made to the figure already. Here's a nice comparison with just another Stormtrooper. You can see they did a different paint job on the buttons box, the breathing apparatus, but otherwise it's the same figure except for this. They changed the belt. The Inferno Squad member actually has the belt that comes with the Stormtrooper rather than the old TIE Fighter belt. And here's just a really good comparison of the two helmets next to each other. Again, pretty much the same thing, a little bit of a color repaint. Personally, I think that what they're really trying to do is kind of make this an evolution between the TIE Fighter pilot going over to the First Order TIE Fighter pilot that we have from the new Star Wars films. I'm actually going to be using him as kind of a lieutenant or captain of my TIE Fighter squad. Next up, we have the Walgreens exclusive Spirit of Obi-Wan figure, and I'm always a big fan of anything that's transparent in the action figure world. They've gone with this wonderful blue with the figure instead of the red that we're used to seeing with the Black series. Here's a good look at the figure while he's still in the tray, and you can see the beautiful blue background that I was just kind of talking about. You can see they've given him kind of this translucent paint on his face, and as you kind of move down, you can actually start to see the repaint, and it's actually a replastic. I'm not sure what the right term is there on the hands, and also kind of the lower you go on the figure, the more that they've used this beautiful blue kind of translucent plastic, if you will. Just for fun, I decided to put him on one of the red backs, and he looks rather sinister, and I think it's kind of cool that they decided to use the blue. It makes me want more color backgrounds, though, rather than just red. Here he is out of the packaging, and as I mentioned, you can see the repaint that they did on the arms. It's actually all the way translucent. Here's a wonderful close-up of the face, and you can see that kind of shimmery paint job that it's more of a glaze that they put on the outside of the face. He also comes in this kind of purple chiffon transparent thing. I guess this is the reward for being a good Jedi when you become a ghost. Otherwise, I don't really understand why it fits with the character, but going down towards the bottom of the figure, again, you can see it becomes more and more transparent and less like just the original Obi-Wan. And if you pull up his Jedi dress, then you can see he's got the translucent blue actually is all the way cast on his legs. You can recreate the cinema scene with Luke actually seeing his spirit on Hoth. Personally, I prefer to keep my figure in a much more Hoth-like setting.